Hi, everyone. Welcome to our final Wellness Ambassador meeting of 2020. I can't believe it's been a whole year. This is our fall meeting, and normally on the campus side, we're celebrating at the Ann Eatery, eating an all-you-can-eat buffet meal and celebrating together. So I'm sorry we can't be with you. Hopefully you can grab your lunch and bring it to the meeting, but we have a lot of great information to share with you today. About everything that's been happening this year, this crazy year that we're living in, and want to make sure that you guys are aware of everything that's been going on, and then talking about what we're going to be planning to do for 2021. Okay. So we'll talk about our 2020 in review. We're going to be launching our fourth and final Wellness Ambassador Toolkit that we created for you as Wellness Ambassadors this year. And then we're going to be going over what we're going to be hopefully offering in 2021 and getting some ideas from you and what you need. And then wanting to give some time for you guys to spotlight your departments and what you've been doing within your areas. So I'm going to first hand this over to Pamela James, our Executive Director of HR on the campus side, to give you guys a thank you.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. I just want to say it's so impressive what has been accomplished on the wellness front this year, in a year of just complete upheaval, turning all of our worlds around. So on behalf of myself and also Michelle Quint at the Med Center, for those ambassadors at the Med Center, I just want to say thank you so much for being a volunteer in a very tumultuous time, and to be willing to kind of go with the flow and adjust what you do and continue to support wellness. You know, Justin Wang and Diane Hall have done an amazing job of putting so many programs in place, coordinating it all, but it's all of you, the ambassadors, that really highlight it and make it all come to fruition and to increase participation and awareness. And that takes work and effort. And I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. You'll be amazed at, I love reflecting back at year end on everything that's happened. And it's just so impressive. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of you, and continued health, and to take care of yourselves, and wellness for next year.
Do you know where to mute?
Thank you so much. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to jump into our 2020 in review. I did not think we were going to have as much to talk about as we actually do. So I'm excited to be able to recap with you and to just share some of the great wellness efforts that were going on in 2020. I think one positive takeaway that we've learned from COVID and the importance of the health and well-being of our employees and our coworkers and ourselves. And I think from the top down, not only here at UCI, but throughout the world, we're seeing the value that people and companies and organizations are putting on wellness.
Stamps?
Go ahead and mute some. So first, I want to talk about our wellness strategy. Going into 2021, we really worked enterprise-wide at UCI to set and establish a strategy for UCI HR wellness, and really looking at advancing this culture of whole person wellness. So looking beyond fitness and nutrition, but also looking at really the overall physical, mental, and financial well-being of all of our employees, and what that means, and how we can really promote and continue to increase those resources available to our employees. We really wanted to focus on developing, promoting, and increasing awareness and usage throughout our enterprise. And that's really driven our program strategy this entire year, and will going into 2021 as well. I want to reflect and just let you know that we do look at our data. Our wellness program historically, ever since it was created, has been data driven. We look at metrics that we get from our vendors, but also that we benchmark with national organizations such as the CDC and the American Heart Association. So we're constantly looking at how we match up. We've been recognized by both the CDC and the American Heart Association as a best places to work as far as our employee wellness program and what we offer our employees. But when we're developing wellness and our strategy and what we're going to be offering and how we can serve and really make the most of our wellness program for our employees, we look at the data. So we look at what are health plans, why are people going to the doctors, what are our top health risk factors, what are our top chronic health conditions. And in our summer meeting on the campus side, we spent a lot of time going over that data. And that really does drive us year after year of what we need to be adding to our program to support our employees. And it'll be interesting to see how 2020 reflects in our data next year when we look at that. But historically looking at our member well-being reports, our usage for why people are calling the employee assistance program, if they're taking financial wellness actions with Fidelity, and how we rank in our engagement survey because of the strong correlation between engagement and wellness. I wanted to thank everyone and officially announce that UCI, the whole organization, the campus and health, have been nationally recognized again by the American Heart Association. So we've received the 2020 Workplace Health Achievement Award. We got the gold level, which is the highest level that you can be awarded. And this really is because of the work that you are doing. You are passing on information, you are developing wellness programs at your department level. This is because of everything that you are doing. So we really want to thank you, each and every one of you, for helping us continue to be recognized. We have been recognized for this award since its initiation in 2018. But prior to that, they had a Fit Friendly Worksite Award, which we received highest level from 2011 to 17. So we're really excited. This is one of those awards where we're answering, and I'm always looking at, I don't like to say no. And if we have to say no to a question, I'm always wondering, well, can we say can we say yes next year? And I will tell you from our scores, we're almost getting every single thing that we can. So we always have work to do, and there's always improvements that we can make, but it's just great to see that we have really benchmarked and really setting the standard when it comes to best practices for wellness programs. So thank you. Jumping into other things that we've done in 2020. Most recently, we have launched our family support program. So as a part of wellness, really taking care of the whole employee and knowing that life doesn't stop when you log onto your computer or you walk in the doors to work each and every day. So we have created a central family website for the whole university, for all of our population, from undergraduates to resident physicians to our academic appointees and our staff, really pulling together all the information on what people need to do to support their families, both their dependents and their elders. And it's really great to have this all in one central location. And with that, also we launched our partnership with Bright Horizons, expanding it locally to our UCI contract for additional and backup care. And this is highly subsidized backup care, brand new program to UCI, something that we were able to get a contract for all of our graduate students and all of our employees. So if you haven't, I know we did some training on this, this is relatively new. If you haven't explored this yet or signed up yourself, I would highly suggest going to families.uci.edu and signing up for our backup care program. You don't know when you're going to need it. You can use this program for care for yourself if you're injured and need some extra help around the house. You can use this for childcare. You can use this for elder care. And yes, highly subsidized means low cost to you to utilize this. We're talking $6 an hour for in-home care for children or elders. Or there's also center-based care. This is when backup care is meant to be when your normal plans fall through. And if we learned nothing else from 2020 is that the best, our plans are only plans, and we have intentions, but things change. And so I think that really looking forward, this program will be able to support us and our employees as things change. And as we know, they always do. So this is really the backup care program will hopefully support our employees, whatever they need throughout the next year of our contract, really supporting them through the unknowns that 2021 might continue to bring to us. We also were able early in the year to secure funding on the campus side for our lactation improvement project. So we have, it was temporary put on hold, but it is back. The project is back moving now, where we're going to be increasing the standards and minimum guidelines we have in accordance with all the policies and new state and federal laws for all of our decentralized lactation rooms on the campus. And we're also going to be adding more rooms. So we're excited to do this. We're also including it in all new building construction. So all new buildings coming online on the campus will have a lactation room. So we're really happy about that. We've also been able to update our lactation support webpage. We have an interactive map that also uses all of UC locations. So the hospital in Orange, any satellite locations, the campus in Irvine, all of that, all the lactation rooms can now be searched and found through the UCI interactive map. And a lot of great updates were made to the website. And we also were able to create some additional support resources, some COVID specific and others returning to work, just helping our employees as they transition being back into work and having to still support their families and plan for their breastfeeding needs. We were also able to receive grant funding from a UC Healthy Beverage Grant. And this was a campus grant that was available to UC campus locations, and UCI was one of the campuses that was awarded. And we received funding to increase the number of water bottle refilling stations that we have on the campus. This is so that we can really promote maintaining a healthy immune system, keeping hydration. We've created resources and educational campaigns, and will continue to do so into 2021. And by the end of this, when everything is said and done, we'll have over 90 water bottle refilling stations available on the campus. So not only supporting our employees' access to fresh water, but our students and our visitors as well. We launched our MyStrength app in partnership with all of our healthcare providers. So this was a system-wide initiative that was working through our health plans to provide all employees that are benefit eligible access to the MyStrength app, which has a lot of great resources, information, programs at your fingertips, which in a virtual world that we've become in 2020 was much needed. It allows for a individualized, specific wellness program and plan for every single employee that logs on and uses this free program. Seems so long ago. In early 2020, in January, we completed our 2020 Healthy Holiday Challenge. This was a new challenge. We had changed from our previously Maintain Don't Gain holiday challenges to an overall healthy holiday challenge. It was an 8-week challenge. We had over 400 participants, and we had really, really great results. People set their own personal goals and then tracked their success with those goals. 74% of our participants reported being more physically active during the challenge. 63% reported eating healthier. 47 improved in managing their stress, and 57 really felt supported in taking care of their physical health. And then we went into the rest of the year. So what we're planning on for this year, actually going into 2021, we're not doing a holiday challenge this year. We're instead making it a new year, new you challenge. We're ready for the new year. We're ready to challenge our employees and our coworkers to try something new. We're talking about a new normal. So we're going to be launching that in early 2021. So more to come on that. We also, because of our virtual environment, we were able to partner with the Anti-Cancer Challenge in a new and different way. Instead of having our large UC Walks events at the hospital and the campus and our enterprise-wide Step Up pedometer-based walking program, we partnered both of those walking events with our Anti-Cancer Challenge, giving extra incentives to our employees that participated in this UCI great charity event. So we not only hopefully had more UCI employees participate in the event this year because of that partnership, but we also were promoting their ongoing weekly webinar wellness series. So we'll continue to do that even into next year. Excited about that partnership. Really bringing all of our efforts across the UCI enterprise together. Lots of great wellness programs were also created and run by our partners at Campus Recreation. Campus Recreation is a student reg-free funded organization. So when they create programs for our faculty and for our staff, we partner with them in HR to be able to fund that. And they have been great partners year after year, always adding new and exciting resources for our employees. We had in the 1920 program for our Step Up, we had over 53 teams that participated, which was amazing. We offered weekly fitness classes as we have with Fit Squad, but this year they went virtual. So starting in the spring and March, they offered over 49 free live virtual classes each week, which is something we love to be able to offer because we know not everybody can come together at a certain time and a place for an in-person fitness class. So we had lots more participation in the live sessions over the spring through the fall. They did not stop our intramurals. So we have been working with them to bring intramural sports to our staff for the past few years, and we've always tried to add and increase the activities that we provide to our staff. And so this year, we did virtual esports and virtual trivia. So keeping our staff involved and connected, creating teams, and really working with each other. They instituted a 50-mile challenge, which we're going to continue doing those throughout 2021. Early in 2020, there was a fit challenge. A lot of great resources that came out of that. We started a year of yoga, which was intended to last a full year with on-site yoga opportunities. Only lasted through the first quarter of the year just because of needing to go virtual, but something that we definitely would still offer moving forward. We offered self-defense. We had CPR, AED, and first aid certifications, which were subsidized for any employees who are interested. And then we added a brand new culinary medicine series. And this is we were really excited about. This was in partnership with our integrated medicine curriculum and School of Medicine. This is the same course that we teach our medical students. And so this was great to be able to bring the same curriculum to our staff and our faculty. And we offered that culinary medicine series, took a break, and then brought it back virtually. There's a dietitian on site for every class and also a cooking component. So it's really great. And we're going to be continuing that on again in 2021 as well, partnering with the Susan Samueli Center to bring on their dietitian to help teach some of that curriculum. And then during our virtual COVID programs, they also implemented an Anteater Test Kitchen, which is videos, cookings, and weekly Ask a Chef Live. We also had virtual wellness resources. So not only were there a lot of programs that went virtual, there's a lot of new things that were created virtually in 2020. Our Faculty and Staff Support Services Department, they offered lots of webinars and trainings and one-on-ones, both in person and virtual, for our employees. We partnered with our Employee Assistance Program to offer COVID support webinars series and created toolkits and resource guides. Through the Center for Student Wellness and Health Promotion, they were able to open up a lot of their programs virtually to our employees that they had for students, things like mindfulness and pet therapy. So it's great to have that in a virtual setting so our employees could take advantage as well. Our partners in EH&S created ergonomic tips for working at home, Zot stretches, and even an Amazon shopping list for those people who needed to buy new equipment to be able to be ergonomically correct in their home offices. We worked with our partners at Fidelity to create virtual one-on-one financial planning appointments, and we're able to partner with the Susan Samueli Center for our well-being services that they can provide free for all of our employees, especially our frontline workers at the hospital. And then we had through Division of Continuing Education, they were offering professional and personal development webinars so that employees could take advantage of those online. And there was COVID-19 websites that were made, stay-at-home websites that were made, and the UCI Living Health blog that had tons of great virtual wellness resources throughout the past few months. In addition, some of our other partners like Mind Gym created webinars for leaders on how to lead in a virtual environment, offering free classes through Udemy for business and continuing education for all employees. Same thing with Corsica, and our Bright Horizons World at Home provided curriculum for all of our parents who were doing school remotely and coming up with curriculum for their children. Headspace apps and Audible, just really pulling together all of our resources and our partnerships to create as many virtual wellness resources. Definitely had a lot more in 2020 than we've ever had before. So many things to talk about. We also, then it seems so long ago, I remember in February, we put a call out to our ambassadors to help us promote our campus virus prevention campaign. And this was before COVID was COVID, and we were really just spreading the word, not a virus, and practicing and promoting washing hands and covering your cough. And that has morphed into so many campaigns this year. We had additional resources and campaigns and posters that you guys were all part of helping spread the word and message. HR created COVID resources for our staff. And part of this I wanted to point out where there are so many things that were wellness related. The Working Well program that we have on the page, everything from focusing on the front line with wellness resources for our frontline workers to elder and childcare resources, increased engagement resources for individual employees as well as managers and supervisors, self-care, and mental health was all spotlighted in our COVID resources from the very beginning. So just goes to show how integrated wellness was this year as we supported our employees UCI-wide for COVID. As part of the Working Well program, we implemented our campus Working Well ambassadors. The campus is so decentralized, and in a virtual world, even more decentralized. And so we really needed the help of Working Well ambassadors to spread the information that was coming out around the Working Well program. So I want to thank you for all of you that are on the call today that volunteered to also wear the hat of our campus Working Well ambassadors. We really cannot do this without you. We also implemented earlier this year a Working Well remotely webinar series. So we had a 7-part series that had over 1,000 participants attending the entire series, led by our executive leaders from both UCI Health and the campus. It was really well attended and really well received. And we're going to be extending that and continuing that into 2021, knowing that we're going to be virtual for a little bit longer at least. How can we continue to support our remote workers, and going to be bringing back that series for 2021.
And Diane, can I pipe in
Yeah.
also just to remind everybody that those webinars are still available. They're recorded and on the website. So if you see some topics that you missed or you feel like some of your folks would appreciate, feel free to reference them.
Yeah, and a couple questions coming in for links. I didn't hyperlink this, but if you go to the Disaster Relief Working Well link that is hyperlinked on the bottom page, if you go under it's the Working Remotely section. So this button you can kind of see right here, Working Remotely, and that's where you can find the Working Well Remotely webinar series, and all of the links, as Pamela mentioned, are there. The welcome back kits. No, they have not come yet, but they are coming. We had we made our HR staff and volunteers, including some of you, I think we're over 6,000 bags as of this morning already put together. So thank you so much if you were able to come in. We are going to be working through facilities and the building managers to get these out to every on-site employee next week. So definitely reach out if you have any questions, but we're working directly with the HR business partners, the CPOs, and the department facility managers, building managers to deliver and distribute these bags to every on-site employee, including our student workers. We have a version for the campus, and we also have a version that's being put together for health. And we have health sciences as well. So we definitely have these available. If you haven't received them by next week, definitely reach out to me. Or if you're just having a questions, we have them available in HR, and I'll be getting them out next week. I also wanted to highlight in 2020 our focus on the front line. So this was a really great effort early on to support our healthcare workers through UCI Health, but a lot of great wellness needs that our frontline staff have needed over the years. We were able to establish local hotel room discounts and free hotels for those that were exposed or wanted to stay away from there, needed to stay away or have some distance. We also offered them a limited free childcare initially when all the schools closed and no one knew what to do with their children. We were able to step up, and the university provide that on a limited basis to support our frontline workers as they get there to care for our patients. We also offered free access to the Headspace Plus app for all UCI Health employees, had in-person therapy dogs, coordinated donations of food and gift cards that were coming in for our healthcare workers, created individual mental health support sessions for individuals and groups, and many, many more wellness programs that were created to focus on to help our frontline workers. And we continue to beef those up as we know that they are becoming even more and more stressed in the coming weeks. And then if that wasn't enough, we created additional support resources. It's like 2020, bring it on, please. We created resources to support disaster relief with our wildfires, all the different employees that we have. Go ahead and try to mute. If you can mute yourself, we have some noise in the background. I can try to mute people as well.
Diane, if you want to make me a co-host, I can help you with that.
Okay, thank you. I will do that. I'm going to mute.
Now you have to unmute yourself, Diane.
Thank you. I forget that I'm on my phone so I can have my screens. So we created disaster relief resources. A lot of great wellness resources were created in that, including mental and emotional support resources, as well as our financial assistance for our families that were displaced because of the wildfires, and even as much as yesterday. We also partner with our employee assistance program to create content-specific resource guides and toolkits for all the things 2020 could throw at us, from COVID to civil unrest to back to school in a virtual environment, political stress, disaster relief, healthy holidays, dealing with crisis and trauma, overcoming burnout, and mental health awareness. So before I get into all of that, I'm going to go back to some of my chat questions. Pamela, did you see any that came through that I can direct
No,
to?
I think Kathy shared the link to the webinar.
Oh, thank you.
I think we answered everything else about when the welcome kits are
Okay.
coming. We're
Okay.
good.
Any other questions anyone has about what great programs we had in 2020? It was a lot. Great. Okay. If you have any other questions, definitely put them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask them along the way. Next, I want to spend some time going into our fourth toolkit. And when we started and launched the Wellness Ambassador Program for 2020, we wanted to create toolkits for you as ambassadors to use when you needed them, how you needed them for your departments. Historically, our Wellness Ambassador Program has been a one-way street. You know, we wanted you, our hope was that you would take information and pass it along to your coworkers and your colleagues and really gain awareness and hopefully usage for a lot of our great wellness efforts. But as we move forward on our wellness program, we really want to empower you to take it to that next level and to create local wellness programs that work for you, for your coworkers, for your department when you need them. And so that's why we wanted to create toolkits. As part of our toolkits, we have communication tools. So our communication tools, just to kind of revamp and remind you of some of them, if you're not using them, there are Wellness Ambassador logos that you can be using. There's e-signatures that you can download. There's specific UCI wellness seals that you can add your department to, and there's your overall Wellness Ambassador tag. We just recently created, and I'll be sending to you, it's available on the communication tools section of your Wellness Ambassador Toolkit, which I'll go over in a little bit. But we'll also email it to you with the post-meeting information along with the slides and the recording from today. We have a new Wellness Ambassador Zoom background that you can use if you want to use while you're presenting wellness information to your department. There's also the 2020 Workplace Health Achievement logo that you can add to your signature if you would like to do that. Back to our toolkits. So our toolkits, earlier this year, we launched the Wellness at Home Toolkit. And this toolkit was really designed for you to get content and information to your colleagues. A lot of great resources, a lot of great content that you could use in any way you saw fit. Some of you put it in newsletters. Some of you created PowerPoint slides and presented them in your team meetings. Some of you chose to send emails to your colleagues. But thank you so much for promoting all of those great resources and information. And that's still available. And we're still updating this on a regular basis. So be sure to go back and check if you haven't used this toolkit. If this is something that you think your department needs, there's a lot of great information that you can integrate into your department meetings and with your coworkers. Last quarter, we also created two toolkits, the Wellness Challenge Toolkit. And again, to remind you, this was a toolkit for you, a step-by-step how to implement any type of challenge that you want. Depending on your department and your needs, maybe it's a walking challenge or a fitness challenge. Maybe it's a drink more water challenge. Maybe it's a take a break challenge where you just need people to remember to take a 10-minute break and breathe. But whatever type of challenge is needed in your department with your coworkers, this will take you through step-by-step, gives you guidelines and tools on how to create that toolkit. And then our Rest and Revive Challenge Toolkit is a plug and play toolkit that was created for you to implement our Rest and Revive Challenge that we historically have done in the past few years, but changed it this year to make it specifically for you. So you can launch this challenge whenever works best for you. It's designed as a 6-week challenge, but it can be edited and changed to meet your needs. It's an email-based challenge where you're challenging your coworkers to take a break. And we can all use that reminder during our most stressful time. So if you feel like that is something your department needs, there's a step-by-step guide and all the materials, all the promotional materials, all the emails, even the registration forms are all available in your Rest and Revive Challenge Toolkit. So today I am going to show you our new toolkit. As we enter the end of the year and in the season of showing gratitude and thanks and appreciation, we wanted to create a toolkit that would help you do that at the department level. So we have created the Be Kind, Be Well Ambassador Toolkit for you. The link is on that page. I'm going to pull in the website. This is your Wellness Ambassador site, and this is included. This is the site that we have just for you. So I'm going to go in today the tools section. In the tools section, there are two. There's custom programs by request. So if you're not seeing something that you want to lead for your department, there are a lot of great programs that you can request. People come and speak at your meetings. You can bring in speakers or presenters, a lot of great resources there. And we're continuing to build out those custom programs that are available at no cost just by request here. And then also here, this is your Wellness Ambassador led department programs. These are the programs we've designed for you this year. You can start by doing the wellness audit, and the instructions are here if you want to find out what your coworkers are interested in. There's also assessments that you can do, and then different ideas to implement. In the toolkits, I'm going to go in today to the Be Kind, Be Well toolkit. Really excited to launch this. We've partnered a lot with a lot of organizations across the campus and the medical center to provide these resources. It is truly a connection between wellness and engagement, and really showing that the benefits of engaged, kind, and positive workplace really grows over time, and really wanting to help you focus your team on building that kinder, encouraging, positive work environment that we all strive to work in. Some of the goals of this, if you're selling it to leadership on why you should implement this, is the hope and the goal is to have happier, healthier employees, improved resiliency when dealing with challenging times, and increasing overall organizational effectiveness, productivity, satisfaction, and employee retention. A lot of great things that you can do here. If you need more information on why this is important and how to do this, there's also a link right here for the link to a PDF about 7 ways and steps to create kindness in the workplace. And those are from the randomactsofkindness.org site. A lot of great information. And then this toolkit includes all different things that you can do with your department to integrate gratitude into your day-to-day work environment. We do not expect you to do them all, but the toolkit is designed for you to pick and choose as you need and what you need to implement for your colleagues. So I'm going to go through this really quickly to spend a few minutes. One of the things we created was promotional materials. So on this link, you can download things like the e-signatures, the program logos, headers, word marks, if you're sending emails yourself, and also Zoom backgrounds. There's a gray version, there's also a blue version, and then you can look at all of the Zoom backgrounds. We also created a series of posters. There are, I believe, 6 posters that you can download and either send to your colleagues, or if you're on site, you can print off and hang in common areas, talking about just different aspects of kindness and gratitude, choosing happiness, be the reason someone smiles today, and working together and showing gratitude. So really great posters just to help implement and support overall kindness and gratitude. You could also have your coworkers take the pledge to be kind, just actively asking people to take the pledge, making them mindful of it. There's a paper version. There's also a Google form and instructions on how to implement it virtually, but we create a card that you can use, cut out and print, or send electronically, asking people to be kind, and they will pledging that I will be kind and show compassion and be grateful for my colleagues, family, and friends. There's also a Be Kind award that you can give. You can implement this into your departments and give it out on maybe at your team meetings. But this is a Be Kind award that you can honor individual employees for kindness and kindness they have shown to coworkers. We have a Share the Gratitude card. And because most of us are virtual and just the printing of a card, we decided to do electronic cards. So the Share the Gratitude card is actually a JPEG image that you can insert into an email, or you can print off and handwrite a little note and pass it along to a coworker. This is similar to our previous Zotgrams that many of you have seen in the past, just giving you the option to say thank you. Thank you for making a difference. This is too often appreciation goes unspoken. I'd like to change that today with this message of gratitude. You make UCI a better place, and I'm thankful to work alongside you. We also created laughter and gratitude journals. Again, not something that you have to implement everything in this toolkit, but definitely a resource. We created a whole page on the benefits of a gratitude journal and the benefits of a laughter journal. And then you can download the templates for the gratitude and laughter journal here. Again, it's something you can pass on, make aware of your coworkers, something you can do yourself. But it takes 21 days to build a habit. So we are challenging people to start today by taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're grateful for or moments that made you laugh. And it is a full guide for a week, and you can print one off per week. We also created a page on how to incorporate gratitude into meetings. So this is displaying gratitude in the workplace every day, from using the Zoom backgrounds to asking prior to your Zoom meetings or in-person meetings to give colleagues the opportunity to show their gratitude and peer recognition. We did this during our Staff Appreciation Week using our Bright People Brilliant Solutions tool, and it was amazing to see over 900 recognitions of gratitude and appreciation from coworkers to each other. So we challenge you to continue that on in your local department meetings and just have people do shout outs and peer recognition on a regular basis. You can select a few questions to discuss during your team meeting and give people a heads up on how to do that. And then also maybe select a few gratitude songs. Pamela does an amazing job as a DJ, always having music at our team meeting. So I challenge you to look at some gratitude songs. We listed a few here. Actually, my students did. I'm not going to take credit for the music selections, but we started a playlist for you. But we'll just creating that positive atmosphere. And I should have done it today, but thinking ahead. So as we enter meetings, you're coming into a little bit of a smile with what music can bring to a meeting. You can also challenge your coworkers to select a picture that makes them happy, do a slideshow, spend some time in your virtual meetings, just having people share and getting to connect across the department. We also create a Make a Gratitude board. So we have a gratitude board, step-by-step instructions on how to make a virtual gratitude board or an in-person gratitude board. If you have a bulletin board in your department or office, there's an online tool that we have created and linked here on how to create a virtual board, but just different suggestions on how to do that to show to physically show gratitude. And there's some additional examples here. We also created some additional resources. So lots of great information from mobile apps you can promote, webinars, websites are important to share, podcasts, and just different articles about the importance of gratitude and kindness. So that is your toolkit. We honestly hope that this helps you and supports you and that you all can implement some aspects of this moving forward. We're really looking at that simple act of being kind and how it connects us all to a health and well-being. Any questions to this
Diane,
toolkit?
Yeah, a couple in there. Evie had a question. Is there a way to send custom egram not through email? For example, log into the gratitude site, write an email address of a UCI recipient and message? We actually have free e-cards that I will add to the site. We hadn't linked on it yet because they were doing some updates to the site. It's through Optum, our behavioral health plan. They have access to free e-cards that you can send to your employees. So as soon as that gets updated, we'll add that to the toolkit. Great. And then Tanaz had a question. They were unable to open the Be Kind, Be Well blue Zoom background as a JPEG. The gray one seemed to work, but not the blue.
Okay. I will take a look at that and we'll reload that information. And I'll send, I'll send that to you directly too. Nice. Any other questions about this toolkit? We're really excited to offer it. Been a lot of great work, great partnerships to pull this together. A lot of work went into this, and we're happy to be able to launch this, and hopefully that the department will take advantage of it moving forward. Okay. All right, moving on to 2021. As we move into 2021, really focusing on how can we continue to improve, how can we continue to bring new and improved resources to our employees and meet their needs in an ever-changing world. As we look for planning for 2021, I've said this in the past and I'm holding myself accountable. Kathy Hills is on this call, so she will hold me accountable. We know in this virtual world now more than ever, we need to revamp our wellness website. It is one of the sites that we have started to work on and continue to improve upon, but we'll be launching that coming 2021, as well as a new centralized email listserv, allowing for more targeted wellness emails to the entire population by location, and then overall, just making sure that our employees stay aware. A lot of things that we focus on is just increasing awareness. So we want to make sure, especially in a virtual world that a lot of us are in, we want to make sure that people stay connected. And so focusing on our website and our email listserv will be top priority for 2021. We're also going to launch the New Year, New You Challenge. And this is a 6-week challenge that will launch early in January. We'll start promoting it in January when we return on the 4th. And then we'll kick it off in the middle of January. And it'll be challenging you to try something new every week for 6 weeks. In the world of new and new normal, really challenging you to look at what new aspects, whether it's a full resolution that you want to set for 2021, or just something new you want to dip your toe in and try once. We're excited to get that challenge off and running. Continuing to bring you different themed 50-mile challenges, not only running and walking, but biking, again, increasing and trying to promote physical activity as much as we can. Looking at our top health risk factors, looking at obesity as being our #1 top health risk for our entire UCI enterprise, we really need to make sure that we provide physical fitness activity opportunities as well as nutrition. And that takes us into the virtual diabetes prevention program. So we have partnered system-wide for 2021 to offer many more opportunities for our UCI employees to be part of our diabetes prevention program. As again, one of our top chronic conditions is diabetes, and pre-diabetes is one of our top health risk factors. By partnering UC system-wide in a virtual setting, our UCI employees will be able to join any of the cohorts going on UC-wide. So they'll have many more opportunities to connect and join this program rather than just the in-person that used to be available just at UCI. We're also worked with Campus Recreation as part of partnership to our centralized new employee orientation that will be rolling out from HR in 2021. Part of that is implementing from day one a workplace mobility program. And so we've created with Campus Recreation a PDF that you see on the right on stretching and mobility, whether you're on site in the office or in the hospital, or you are at home, just remembering to stretch and work on your flexibility. There's also step-by-step videos that have been created that will be integrated into our new employee orientation from day one. Along those same lines, Campus Recreation is going to be able to offer 10-minute tune-ups. And this will be one of the programs that's going to be available to you as a wellness ambassador to request. And this would be they will come to your virtual meetings, or they will come virtually to an in-person meeting if you have them, and do a 10-minute tune-up on different topics from mobility and flexibility to energy, meditation, or breathing, but 10-minute physical activity breaks or tune-ups that you can request, and they will come and do. And this is being all done in partnership with our Work Strong coordinators. So both Alex at UCI Health and Callie on the campus will be running those and available to you by request in 2021. More information will be coming about that shortly. We are also partnering with our partners with Dr. Nagar Shakarabi to offer a mental health first aid certification for some of our UCI employees. So we are going to be getting a group of mental health care providers certified in teaching the mental health first aid course so that we can then make this available to all employees on an ongoing basis and available by request to have people trained in mental health first aid. Similar to first aid and CPR, what do you do when someone is having a heart attack or a stroke? What do you do when someone is having a mental health issue? And what should you say? What can you say? What should you do? A lot of us don't do anything because we're not sure on what to say or afraid to say the wrong things. And so this training is designed to really help bring awareness to mental health and to provide people with the resources needed to be able to know what to do and where to refer and get people. We're also going to be expanding our culinary medicine series. And again, like I said, we'll be partnering with the Susan Samueli Center for support with our dietitian this upcoming year. And then we are continuing to do customized department specific offerings by request. So in addition to what Campus Rec is going to offer, really trying to create more and more opportunities to meet you where your needs are at the department level. Me being in HR, I can't be at every meeting, every place, but we want to make sure you have access to the resources to bring different wellness topics and resources to your team for your meetings, wherever they might be. So we'll continue to strive to increase that list. And also working with our vendors and our partners for ongoing monthly webinars on new topics. Working with our EAP for work life and personal growth topics, continuing to offer those monthly, changing those up. Working with Fidelity to really focus on not only retirement, but really shifting the focus to financial wellness and well-being, from getting out of debt, paying off college debts, to creating a budget and a plan. All of those resources, they're continuing to add more and more of those topics. And then with our partners, our new partners at Bright Horizons, continue to offer family support and educational webinars to move that forward. So I've talked a lot today. I want to hear from you. So either in the chat or unmute yourself, but I love this quote by Abraham Lincoln: is really the best way to predict your future is to create it. So this is where we need your help. The data can tell us so much, but love hearing from you as wellness ambassadors. What do your departments need? What are your departments going through? And how can we support you moving into 2021? You can put it in the chat. You can unmute yourself and start talking, or you can also just, if you don't feel comfortable, you can also email me your ideas or suggestion. But I wanted to give a couple minutes and open up the floor for any ideas or requests for 2021.
Diane, there's also two questions in the chat. Yvette's asking if Audible and Headspace will still be available.
So the Audible was not a promotion that we partnered, so that was just run by Audible, and I have not heard on any extension of that as of now. Same thing with Headspace for a general population. That was something both Audible and Headspace were offering up to all employers, not specifically to UCI. The Headspace promotion that we did for our frontline workers at UCI Health does end at the end of the year right now. And then Step Up, we'll be coming back. Okay. Yeah, we'll be coming back in the future. So I actually have a planning meeting next week with Campus Recreation to see how we're going to bring that back. Now that we have a little more time to plan for it, how we can bring that back and implement that again in its true form for 2021. Any other needs, thoughts, suggestions? Oh, I love it. What about care for caregivers? That was one. Yes, we can definitely make note of that. We have a lot of great resources now because of our partnership with Bright Horizons. They offer a lot of great support for caregivers, even just someone to come help relieve you as a caregiver, to give you that time and that break. That can be done as well. And then education on that. But if there's something more that you think that we need for caregivers more specifically, I'd love to hear about that as well. A lot of people asking about Step Up. The art class is going to be available again. So our Campus Recreation, the in-person opportunities is led by the state. So they are currently only doing outside fitness classes and opportunities. The virtual, yes, will continue. So that's something we're looking at. They were able to do it free until fall, and then starting fall, we were able to work with them and partner to do it on a subsidized basis. So even if you are not an ARC member, you can buy a $10 pass to take advantage of their virtual classes for the quarter, and that is subsidized to make that available for employees that do not have ARC memberships. Let's see. And then I see some overcoming mental health stigma, definitely. And we're hoping that our mental health first aid and the awareness that will bring will help to compact that. But yeah, that's definitely something we need to focus on. Let's see. Some great ideas. End of the year gift exchange, group games, love it. Childcare providers, yes, on site, yes, our childcare providers. So they fell into the initial group when we were working initially, but But as we move forward, they are going to be falling into our essential workers. So our on-site resources for the front line, we're going to be adding some resources for them as it specifically relates to what their work and their importance now that they are open and back and running. Working well while at home, great. Caregiver support groups. Definitely. If we can't run care, we've had some issues with running support groups, but maybe we can coordinate to find some support groups that can be coordinated for UCI. I like that idea. And I'm going to capture all of these in the notes, so in the chat. So we'll put that onto the drawing board for 2021. Great. Okay, I want to leave a couple of times. So again, keep adding them to the chat. You can shoot me an email if that works better for you, but I really do want to see what you guys need. As we're creating, 2021, anything goes. Things that we didn't think we could do this year, we were able to accomplish. And so I'm excited to see what 2021 will bring. With that said, I'm already talking about 2021 Wellness Ambassadors. So save the date. Our registration for 2021 will start on January 4th. With a virtual kickoff in February. So if you are still interested in staying on as a wellness ambassador, I encourage you to sign up again for 2021. We do ask everyone to re-sign up and recommit. That'll officially get you on our list. I will keep everyone on our email list, even if you're not completely active, so you'll stay in the know. But as far as our official recognition and our list that we publish online, those we would like you to sign up every single year. We don't want to just assume that you're going to stay on. So you'll get some more information as we get to the end of the year and closer into next year for that. And then really reminding you what a wellness ambassador is and continues to do. And then if you do like to want to continue on to be a wellness ambassador for 2021, you'll need to get your supervisor's approval again, and then you'll complete the 2021 online registration form that will be available in January. And I will email that on the listserv as it becomes available, so you guys have early access to it. And I would also like to challenge you to recruit a coworker. Those of you who are ambassadors that have fellow coworkers in your department that are wellness ambassadors, I hear amazing things, and it really does help support the environment and make some of the work and the information that shares it. So we'll continue to hopefully grow our wellness ambassador group moving into 2021. My last couple minutes, I want to leave for spotlights and department updates. We'd love to hear some of the great things that you guys have been doing. If anybody wants to unmute and jump on and share and spotlight yourself or your department and what's been going on for you and what you've done around wellness at your department level that's worked well this year. I'll leave the floor open. And I'll start off by, there's a lot of great newsletters that are being written. And I know I write newsletters and they take a lot of time. So there are a handful of you that I know take the content that you get, not only from the Wellness Ambassador updates, but you're going out and finding it from all different sources and pulling together these amazing newsletters for your coworkers and your departments, doing departmental challenges and little different activities just to keep your coworkers engaged. And I just want to say kudos and thank you for all of that work that goes and effort that goes into it, helping spread information and especially wellness support when everyone needs it so much this year. So I would like to spotlight all of you who are doing those amazing newsletters. Anyone else this time want to speak up? I didn't stack the deck like I normally do with people to volunteer ahead of time. But if anyone else wants to step up and say something that's been working for them. Okay. You guys are a quiet group today. I mean, normally our meetings this time is just lunch. So this was a lot of information I know to throw at you at the end of the year. And again, just wanted to say thank you to everyone for attending this meeting, for being involved this year, for rolling with the punches that 2020 threw at us. Justin has taken a new role over at UCI Health, so he's still part of the UCI Health family. But I am still available. I have a graduate student working with me, Lyra. She is the brains behind the website, the communications that you get, and a lot of the toolkits. So if you have any questions or anything, any needs that you have that come up, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I can help facilitate getting you to whoever needs whatever resources that you need. We are definitely here to help. and help you in any way possible. And that is it. I will thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you next year.
Great stuff, Diane. Thank you so much.
Thank you.